Hello, friends, and welcome to our show today. I'm your host, Anya, with Restream Team North America.
And I'm Anastasia from Restream Europe. So excited to be back and to see this is a new format or revised format of our regular shows. I'm so excited we're hosting it together with Anya one more time. Yay!
Awesome. This is Restream. This is Livestream with Restream, and we're here to answer your burning questions about Restream Studio and other Restream products. So, as you are getting ready to ask your questions and share your thoughts and your feedback, today we are going to actually run through a couple of things. We're going to talk about how to get started with Restream, what kind of platforms you want to go on, depending on what kind of content you stream, as well as talk about how to enhance your live streams with great audio and visual tricks, and of course, how to keep your audience captivated and not allow them to leave the stream as long as you are live. But before we get there, let's go ahead and roll that intro. Awesome. First things first, as we are getting started, this is the first time we are actually going live into our brand new Facebook community. So that's our Facebook group where we talk about different Restream related and live streaming related topics and issues. And that's kind of like a community, a member driven group where people help each other to become better at live streaming. So if you happen to watch from Facebook community right now, we ask you to please go to chat.restream.io/Facebook and grant us permission to display your name on the stream. We will acknowledge your questions anyway, but if you don't grant us those permissions, the name will appear as Facebook user, which is totally fine if that's your jam, but it's kind of better to have your name on. So please go ahead and make sure that you allow us to see your name. Otherwise, it's going to look like this. And hello, Facebook user, before you granted us the permission. All right, so we will go ahead and get started with the very simple and basic how to go live with Restream. So I guess, Anastasia, you will be the one sharing the screen today. So please let us know if you are the first time streamer and you just kind of came across Restream, what is the first thing that you need to do in order to get started?
Yeah, sure. 100%. Before I go into demoing things, it would be interesting to know who is on the stream today with us. You guys, first-time streamers, you already streamed. It would be interesting to know a little bit more about you, and also would be interesting to know what type of a content are you planning to stream? Because as you know, we support so many different ways. We can go live with event with like a scheduled event, like what we're doing right now, and using some videos to play into it, or we can go live with your pre-recorded content as well, which I feel totally like it's called fake lives, and it's one of my favorites ways to go live because it's less hassle for me, but of course it's less entertaining and for the audience. So Anya, do you want to enable chat overlay so that people can see what everybody is commenting?
That's a great idea.
Awesome.
So we are going to actually relay the chat over, and yeah, just let us know in the comments what kind of content you guys are working on, what type of streams you typically work with, and that will kind of like help us to understand like where to focus our demo and questions today. But of course, bring in your questions and we'll answer as many as we can. All right, so let's get started.
Oh, I
Awesome.
see already. Trinity Rose mentioned Instagram and YouTube. Oh, yeah, that's the most common combination. Also, Facebook to add to that. Facebook, YouTube, for sure, and Instagram. Twitter, stop Periscope. Oh, it's one of my favorite questions. Twitter and Periscope. So we can definitely take that on as a question and answer it and comment that later.
Mark is
Old
saying
schools.
he is newbie streamer. So welcome to newbies. That's great. Like, we all get to start somewhere. So welcome. We will definitely have a lot of beginner information today as well.
Ooh, nice. We also have people streaming to Twitch. We also find something that we found from our experiences that the people from different industries tend to stream different type of um, platforms. So, for example, if you want to stream to YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, for example, this is the most common ones, and it mainly uses by influencers or video courses or something like that. Is it something that you guys also do? Which um, yeah, so Instagram picked up a lot of resonance. But what industries do you guys usually use, and what channels do you stream? So we get a lot of RTMP settings, a lot of Instagram, um, a lot of. We also get a lot of Facebook, YouTube. Okay, pretty cool.
Awesome. Some
um,
Twitches, some gaming. Beautiful. All right, let's go. Let's go ahead and just show the basics on how to add your channels and what channels we do you offer, and then we'll just briefly touch on what kind of platforms you might be choosing to focus on depending on the type of content that you are streaming. And the power of Restream is combining them all and going everywhere at once, as you can see here on our right here on our chat overlay. People are coming from different destinations. You see some YouTube and some Facebook comments. So yeah, let's go ahead and show just a couple of quick things that
yep.
people might want to, and I'll remove the
So
chat for a second.
this is my account, and in order to get a to order to, I would go to here. Do you guys can still hear me? Anya, can you still hear me?
Yep, you're good.
Yeah. So you would add your destinations here. As you can see, there's a bunch of different destinations available to choose from. So Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, or Twitter, which is going to be replaced by Twitter later on, LinkedIn. I would recommend, depending on your mix of which industry you're from, you would want to choose the different platforms. But if you're not sure yet where your audience is, I would recommend choosing them as many as you want to. So some of the typical industries would be like for DJs, for example, using Mixcloud and YouTube as one of the channels. Churches, for example, would use Facebook and YouTube. For businesses that stream to like a courses or more business-oriented content, definitely LinkedIn and Twitter will be part of the equation that you stream on, etc. So we do also support streaming to customer or TMP. That means any platform, the platform that is not on the list, but platform that says stream key. So any platform that can create a stream key, we can stream to from customer or TMP channels. So let's see which one I already added. In my section, I have Periscope, YouTube, Mixcloud, Facebook, and LinkedIn added to my platforms. And now, in order to go live, I would go into Restream events. So it's this icon here on the left, events. So I'm just going to disable my past events and try to create a new event. As you can see, there are two ways to go live. You can go live with the live stream directly, or you can go live with the pre-recorded content. Let's say we want to go live. Here we prompted to choose our test title. So I usually go for test. As you can see, I have a lot of tests streams created in the past. Description, let's say test on the stream. I want to choose the date and the time of the event happening in the future. Upload the thumbnail or image that will be populated with my event to show it on my destination channel. I would then go into choose every destination that I want to stream to. In my case, for example, I have a company accounts added, so I want to be very careful and I want to remove every company destination. And here I have a control if I want to add or remove a channel. Let's say I want to do a first time stream and I just want to do a test. So I want to go live on YouTube. And here, just add a private stream instead of public. Save on, create event, and voila. So the event itself is created. If I want to check the event or share the link in advance with our audience, my audience to join the stream, it's right here, right? This button. Just by clicking into this, I'll be redirected to my YouTube account, which I need to log in because I'm in incognito mode. But it would redirect me to my YouTube channel, and there I would be able to see the stream later. And from here, I would just need to go into Enter Live Studio in order to start the event itself. So let's see, I'm gonna disable, so all my cameras and microphones are off in here. Let me see if I can turn on the camera so you can see me. Hello. And here are the few things to remember. So obviously the most important one is here, go live. This is actually how the stream starts. If you press go live button, it goes live automatically. The chats, when you go live, the chats will start populating under the chat box. And the chat overlay, it's something that we just use in our stream to show your chats populating on the left-hand side and being broadcasting to all of your destinations at the same time. You can obviously add different captions. Okay, this is my favorite one by far, but I'm a big Restream fan, that's true, so I stand by it. You can add your captions here, and then you can customize the graphics. So you can make it different style. You can adjust the color of the caption itself, and of course add your logo or remove logo. In my case, it's just Restream, so you see me populating it here, my logo, and you can use overlays on top or remove them. You can add your own custom overlays, like for example, I have one. I was doing a stream with Sean, and now it's here. You can upload the countdowns. That's something that we also had at the beginning of the show, your own countdowns, or use the countdowns that we have available, and use a different backgrounds. We have a bunch of backgrounds here, but also we have custom backgrounds, the ones that you can create and use for your own streams. And so this is general overview of the account. So this is just the settings, and there are some cool features over here on the bottom. Something that will allow you to control your mic and camera, share the screen, share your presentation, share the screen, something that we're doing right now. Invite a guest, like Anne invited me, so inviting the guests using the link, and use additional features available with the streams. For example, local video file, and this is something that we play the video at the beginning of the stream. RTMP source, that's a pretty cool, unique, super amazing feature that we just launched. Well, it's actually 1 month old, but it's super cool. So it's already available to everybody and available for testing. What it does, it allows you to take your OBS stream or Zoom stream into your studio. For example, why would you want to do this? Is because you want to have your logo on top of your stream. That can be done in the studio. You want to show the chat as a chat overlay, that could be done in the studio. But you also want to have 1,000 participants, or you want to have a greater control over your video quality and settings, that can be done with OBS or Zoom. So you take your OBS and Zoom into studio, and additional studio features are available for you. This is something that we just launched, very new. We're very excited. We actually have it as a talking point for a little bit for today to discuss, but I'm just gonna give you a small pre-roll. Background music. At the moment, we allow you to select the different music to play at the background of your stream. So we're gonna be testing it live today as well with you on our stream. So, and I'll come back to that a little bit later. Yes, here's the music. Woo, so cool. Yes, so that's the main features to go live. Anything else that you guys want me to go over additionally? I'm not sure, Anna. Is that me or I just I cannot hear you? Let me just change my microphone.
Yeah. I was yeah, I was muted for a second. Sorry about that. Yeah, so let's go ahead and answer some questions that we have today, and we will go ahead and start with the Periscope question. So Periscope recently sunset its product, so now Twitter Live is kind of like the substitution. And Shek Shack is asking um, if so he says he's facing some connecting Twitter issues. Like, is there anything different about connecting to Twitter now when Periscope is sunset?
It's true. Twitter and Periscope. So what information we have from Twitter is that they're working on a Twitter Live, and that will be integrated with Restream. So we would be supporting as one of our built-in platforms that is going for free with our free packages. They still haven't finished the integration yet. They haven't developed the product yet. So at the moment, they are continuing to support Periscope as it's working as is now. As the time goes by, eventually will deprecate it, but they will, from what they promised to us, they will only deprecate it when the Twitter Live is completely finished. So we fingers crossed. We're also waiting on this, and we in constant catch up with them to see what are the next steps are.
And to add on to this, I recently did go live using Twitter with one of my interviews for our special editions, and I didn't have to change anything. I still have my Periscope/Twitter account connected, and I actually have a couple, my personal and the Restream one. And my stream went live on Twitter without any issues. I literally did not have to reset or reconnect anything. Just the same process so far worked for me. So if you are experiencing issues connecting Twitter, I would definitely recommend you reach out to our support team. We have a 24/7 real humans in the chat. So maybe they will need to investigate your specific setup if the issues persist. And my next question that I would love to pick up, I think is really cool. So from Steven, he is asking from YouTube, how can I get audience participation beyond just text, guys? In example, voice. It's a great question. It's a great point. So I think I can take this one. So there are several ways how you can involve your community into the conversation. So currently, for example, we are using this chat feature. So we're highlighting the chats. Earlier, we also displayed the whole chat on the screen, and we might do that later as well, because currently we were just showing a lot of things on the screen, and it was important to focus on that. But you can overlay the whole chat and like show everybody's comments from all the platforms on your screen. So that's still text, but kind of like a different level. Then from there, you do have an opportunity to invite your guests or invite your audiences to join the stream. So if you're brave enough to basically drop your guest link into the chat, you can do that, and then you can toggle in and invite your viewers into the conversation, and they become part of your live stream experience. And there are two ways how they can join. They can join with just voice only, and they will, in that case, add their avatar, which is something that we'll show you in just a minute here how to do that. And they can just participate without their camera with voice, or they can participate as a full-blown guest with the video and audio, just like what we're doing right now with Anastasia. So there are definitely different levels how you can involve the guests. If you have a very busy chat and a lot of people viewing your content, I would say chat and text would probably be the easiest for you to manage. But if you have a smaller community and kind of like more intimate situation going on your live streams, definitely drop that link in and invite people by toggling them on with video or audio. I hope that answers your question. Right, Anastasia, have you had a chance to pick your favorite one, your next question? Oh, no.
The roadmap, uploading your own background music on the roadmap. Do you want me to take this on, or you want to jump in?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
So yes, indeed, we're planning to roll it out as well. It's definitely in the pipeline of features that we're going to be launching soon. We're also very excited. I think a lot of our musicians will be watching for that feature specifically. It's in pipeline. We don't have the time when it's going to be launched yet, but it's definitely on the way.
Awesome. I mean, we're just gonna keep this music going because it's kind of cool, you know. I'm gonna keep it very quiet on the background, but like, why not?
I
Why not
know.
enjoy it as we have it?
I know some people on our team, they would use they would just set it up the music chill and just work because the music is really kind of cool. It's super awesome and in the chilled really. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool view.
Also, very important thing to note here is that this is the third-party application that we are partnering with to provide this music to us. So it's kind of made specifically for us. So it's royalty-free, and you cannot get banned for playing this music on YouTube, which is something when we talk about adding your own music or uploading music that you choose might be something for you to consider because you want to make sure that you own the rights and you're not going to get copyright claims from platforms like YouTube and Facebook when you're adding your music. So with background music that Restream offers right now, you're clear, you're good to go. When you're uploading your own music, just something to consider. If that's something that you create and write, of course you own the rights for it. If you're using someone else's music, then check with platform rules and make sure that you don't violate the guidelines there. All
Yeah,
right.
and also don't forget about Mixcloud and Twitch. This is awesome platforms to use as a substitution to Facebook and YouTube to stream your music.
Yeah.
Anna, do you want me to pick up more questions for you?
I'm actually going to pick up a couple that I kind of like marked for me, but definitely feel free if we're going to alternate here because this is the idea of co-hosting. Everyone picks a question. So I really like this one from Ruchita. So he's asking, hey, do you provide voice changing feature? So I think it would be helpful to kind of like elaborate on that a little bit. Like, what do you mean by voice changing? Currently, we don't. So it's going to be whatever you do with your microphone, like whatever you intake through microphone, that's what's going to go live. But it's an interesting idea, so we'll definitely pass it along to our product team and we'll explore if that's possible. But if you give us a little bit more details, ideally on Facebook, because I see that you're watching us on both platforms, so we can come back to that comment and share with our developers and see what's possible. Thanks for a great idea and good, interesting look.
I got this quick question from SimKit. How can I stream at YouTube and Twitch simultaneously by using OBS to restream? So easy. The answer is very easy, actually. So it's available already. You don't need to do anything. So as I showed you at the beginning, you would, in order to enable this one, let me just quickly show it into my account. You would need to add the destination that you want to add. So you would want to add Twitch and YouTube from our destination platforms. Just adding channel, YouTube and Twitch. I have YouTube enabled. And then if you want to go live on via OBS, you just need to copy RTP settings available over here. And that RTP settings will connect your Restream account with your OBS or Zoom or any other third-party service. And from there, we will just capture the stream from Zoom or from OBS, and we'll send it out to all the destinations that are selected in your account.
Awesome. Great question from Claire right here. She's asking, can you make it private on Facebook from within your panel as well? So I think that is in reference to what you showed Anastasia with YouTube when you could make the event private versus public. Do you want to take this one?
Ooh, I was actually looking for the next question. So let me just quickly read it. Can you make it private on Facebook from within your panel as well? So it's not possible to make it private on Facebook. Unfortunately, it's just something that Facebook doesn't support. It's on the YouTube that supports it. But what you can do, you can stream to a private Facebook group or private Facebook event or private page, Facebook page as well. In order to do that, you just need to create that private group or event or page on the Facebook side and then connect that page with Restream. And of course, we will send the stream to that destination as well. Why not? Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest way to do this. Just create a private group or private page and send the stream there. If you're using that for testing purposes, that's a great way to test your stream. And also, if you're using that for just specific community that you want to engage with this, Facebook is one option. You can also do the same thing on LinkedIn. If you're approved to stream on LinkedIn, you can create a private event on LinkedIn and then stream to it, granted that you have a permission to go live on LinkedIn in the first place. All right. So I think there is a request while you're picking the next question to share a link to our RTMP tutorial. If Tori, if you could just let us know specifically what do you mean? If you mean the RTMP, like how to connect, how to go live with Restream through RTMP, or is this related to this new RTMP source feature? Because we have both of them, and actually, I'm going to drop the links for both, just in case. But yeah, let us know which one you meant, and yeah, I'll share both.
It's actually so cool. I'm so excited for our product, and we have launched so many new cool features lately, and it definitely allows the people to take their streaming to the next level and allows their functionality to take to the next level. One of them, our TMP source, is what we discussed. The background music. Oh my God, I love the background music. You can see our background is moving as well. So we also launched animated backgrounds. This is also pretty cool and amazing feature that we have right now. So just everything that to make your stream more awesome, look more awesome. But also there's some few things that are specifically interesting for some specific features for to make your stream even better with the guests and audio. Anya, do you want me to go over that, or do you want to take more questions before I go into more features?
Yeah, let's go ahead and take some questions because there's quite a bit of like cool stuff here that people are asking. And while we are, let's make sure that we acknowledge those questions and then come back to a little extra demo time.
Do you want
Um,
to do this one?
yep.
Ooh, one of my favorite. I saw a couple of questions on Instagram, so
Yes, a lot of questions on Instagram. So let's go ahead and take this one and yeah, and share about the Instagram thing.
yes. So to stream to Instagram, you it's not supported natively. Instagram, as you know, they have a lot of restrictions on how you can stream to Instagram directly. So what we recommend is streaming to Instagram through the customer TMP. So that's one of the things I was showing, is that something that we can use to stream to a custom destination. In this way, you can bypass Instagram regulations and get your stream in the Instagram. In order to do that, you would need also third-party application like Yellow Duck or any other application that would capture that RTMP key for you, and just insert that key into stream key as well. So into your TMP settings. I know I'm just throwing a lot of key, stream, a lot of jargon names. So I think I'm pretty sure I got people confused and people thinking like, what? But it's pretty straightforward. I can show you one of the things that are that you can definitely do easily. It's with the Yellow Duck. I'm just pulling it up, or maybe what we can do is just to share the link into and how to do it. We have a very good website. Our account. We have a very good help center article on that. So, but very quickly, it's basically one of the applications, as I said, could be used is this one. You just download it. You set it up with your Instagram, you connect it to your Instagram, and then what it allows you to take is this RTMP URL and stream key. You see these ones? That's what it does. And then when you go back to Restream and add channels, and you select the channel which is called customer RTMP, which is meaning any. And here exactly you need to input RTMP URL and stream key, and then add channel. Easy. And that's how it works.
And I just dropped a tutorial to that, as well as our RTMP source tutorial into the chat. So check it out after we are done streaming here. So there's another great question that I just had here regarding the account. It's a little bit, okay, here we go. Lexi is asking from YouTube, do you have to have a professional account to do all these features? So it really depends on which features. If we are talking about, let's start with kind of like with where we left off and come back from there. With RTMP source features, you do have to have a professional account, actually a premium account, I believe, in order to access that feature. And that's when we're talking about pulling your OBS or Zoom stream into the studio and then brand it or highlight chat messages on top of it. For RTMP, for customer TMP, you also will be needing a professional account in order to unlock customer TMPs. The same thing that Anastasia just showed you a minute ago. When it comes to backgrounds, virtual backgrounds, meaning not virtual backgrounds, the animated backgrounds and the background music that we're playing right now, those are not paid features. Those are available on our free accounts. And certain graphics, backgrounds, countdown timers that are Restream defaults are also going to be available for free. The paid account will be required once you want to customize, when you want your own branded animated background or your own logos, overlays, and basically custom graphics on your stream, which is a nice segue to our segment that we wanted to talk to you guys about how important it is to create branded accounts. So, branded streams. So, when you go live, it is very important for you to focus on your brand. And that's why we assume that for professionals who are streaming and monetizing the content, who are going into their business pages and business YouTube channels, we do require a professional account, because that's when the branding becomes very important, and we encourage you to definitely do that. And if you're just an individual streamer and streaming for yourself, for your friends, then you can just use the default settings that we have and not brand and customize your channels. So I hope that helps. And yeah, and then a couple of tutorials on how to stream with customer team P are in the chat. So yeah,
I saw a
go
few
ahead.
questions coming from a different users regarding the animated backgrounds, as well as some information on local video files. So let me just quickly show to you one more specifically. So this feature is available in the studio. So as soon as we come back into studio, and we can hopefully see that. It's under graphics section. And in graphics section, as you can see, we have so video clips. First is video clips. It's a countdown. This you can upload your own. Here's the feature to upload your own. This pre-rolls are limited. They only have 150 megabytes in size, but I will gonna show you a small work around this and how you can make the videos longer. Regarding the backgrounds, here's the few backgrounds that are animated, that are built in by us and suggested by us, but you always can upload your own animated background or any other background. It's available here as well, so upload. Then remember I told you there's a way around for video clips. So if we press under plus sign and go into local video file, so local video, this video is taken from your computer. It's not uploaded to Restream. It's taken from your computer, so there's no limitations on size and duration of the file. And then it will appear as a guest on your stream. So I don't think I have a very good video to show right now. So most of my uploads are pictures or presentations. But if you have a video, it would just populate here, where under my name would populate as a guest, and then you can use it. You can stream that as a longer video, use it as a pre-roll as well into your shows.
Awesome. And while you're there, I see the question from Crypto Dynasty. What kind of file are you using in your background for this stream? So, okay, let's go ahead and go back to the place where you are adding animated backgrounds. So currently for this stream, we're actually using the native one. It's not customized. It's the one that you get with Restream account, but you can upload any video file as your background. I mean, if you have a video of yourself, like you can have that on the background. I don't know why we would do that, because it's basically going to be you in the background and then you on top of it, but you could do that. So animated background is actually supporting any kind of video file. Now, remember that the size of the file is going to affect the performance of your machine on the stream. So if your computer is not very powerful, probably don't upload any kind of like very heavy, big background files. Just kind of like adjust that for your internet connection level and your CPU. But you can just simply loop any kind of video, like any kind of branded video that you have, and use that as your animated background. That is, of course, a pro feature, because at this point we're talking customization. And if you want the same thing that we have right now on our background, that's already included. Just go to your backgrounds and click on one of the top animated ones. And there are 4 to choose from. All right. I'm gonna take one more because it's just like a super easy one from Rema E Pesca. That's awesome. How do you display the chat questions? So that is a very easy chat display feature that we have, and like I mentioned, there are two ways to display your chat. Number one is what I'm doing right now. So by going to my chat section, I can click on any message that I like, and it will display just like it does right here under me. And there's several graphic solutions for how you can show the chat. I personally really like this rounded one where you have your name and your question under it. So basically, you'll be selecting each chat that's coming from all platforms in one place, highlighting that, showing it on the screen as you're talking about the question and responding to that. Option number two is do what I just did here, is to enable your chat overlay, the same chat tab on your right hand when you are in Restream Studio. And then all the chat messages that will happen after, that would come through after you enable that chat function, are going to appear here. By the way, guys, if you want to just send something like test, hey, hello, it will start populating right now for you. So you'll see how that chat overlay feature works. Here we go. Jared is saying using chat is amazing.
I always scared to use overlay because you put it up and then nobody chats and suddenly you're like, oh my god, no, I'm the
Yeah,
only
because
one.
yeah, because everyone is kind of like freezing and like, oh, what's gonna happen? But nothing will happen unless you guys do something. So like that's the power of live streaming, right? Like it's a two-way street, it's a conversation. So you guys have to participate in order for us to show this. So yeah, if you drop a couple of comments in the chat right now, it doesn't have to be anything insightful. You will see how the chat overlay works. So yeah,
Yay.
so that's basically, those are two ways how you can highlight the chats, either individual ones like this or the whole situation like this. I personally prefer to have a combination because then people can kind of communicate with each other through different platforms. And yeah, so this is going to be our question. So Anastasia, let me know when you're ready for the next one.
So I saw a few chats. Now I'm just backtracked by the overlay, and I'm just checking the what is an overlay. So there's a few questions in overlay. So Vinilos Games, we're asking if we are going to do a localized pricing. That is something definitely on our mind at the moment. We don't have confirmed plans when this is going to happen. Of course, we constantly running a different discounts, promotions, sales. I would encourage you to use the advantage of those runs, especially Black Friday discount. It's kind of we're mid-year on this, so it's 50-50, but at the moment we don't have a plans on, no confirmed ETA when this is going to be launched, but definitely in our mind to do.
Awesome.
I have also questions from Shankal. I'm sorry if I'm going to pronounce it incorrectly. So Shanshank Agarwal. I hope it's close enough. She's asking, does the stream end on all channels once, or does the content stay on all platforms as the stream posts the live video? So after the stream ends, the videos will be retained by the end platforms. Also interestingly, if you have paid plan with Restream, the video will be retained in our plan, in our Restream as well, for the 15 or 30 days, and then can be reused as a content. So I'm not sure if I have a good streams, but so basically, so what are we streaming right now? It's going to be saved in YouTube. It's going to stay in Facebook, and it's also going to stay in the Restream, and then we can reuse it to send that as a pre-recorded video later on during our other time. So the content is going to get more visibility.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, so all the streams will stay. And another very important thing for you guys to know is if you have a standard or above standard or professional plan, you also have a video recording for each and every stream that you go live with. So for example, this one, once we're done, there is a full HD high quality recording that Restream stores for you. So you don't have to actually download it from end platforms such as YouTube or Facebook, because those kind of shrink them a little bit. Which is kind of like the nature of end platforms, but you can access the original file and then repurpose that file into either short clips or audiograms, or simply post it as a video on demand on other platforms that you chose not to go live on for whatever reason. And of course, there is also an opportunity to download audio only and repurpose into a podcast, or download it to something like Descript and turn that transcript into a blog post. So lots of things you can do once your stream is done, and a lot of ways to repurpose the content that you worked to build on your live stream. All right.
I have one easy question for you. When I stream to Instagram, is my overlays also visible? What do you think? Would you recommend using overlays when you're streaming to Instagram, Mane?
So, in my opinion, Restream doesn't really support streaming to Instagram officially, and that's not something that Instagram currently allows you to do. So, I would personally, I would recommend like not necessarily worry about Instagram right now and just kind of wait until they allow you to allow other third-party applications to actually stream through API, because currently using the workaround that Anastasia showed is still going to be a one-way street. It's going to be an RTMP stream. So basically a video is going to be sent over to Instagram, but nothing is going to be coming back, such as comments or questions or anything like that. And it's also a little quirky way. So, certain things might not go right with that application called Yellow Duck. So I would say kind of like swim at your own risk. But if you do choose to go there, definitely everything that you show on your screen is going to appear on the AND platform. So everything we're showing right now on the screen is going to end up on all the destinations or channels that you are streaming to. So yeah, if that's something that you want to do, definitely, sure. Just remember that Instagram is going to have a slightly different resolution. It's a vertical video versus horizontal. So certain things might get cut off. Something for you also to consider and to test maybe before a very important stream. All right.
Yeah, I also tend to think about it this because the Instagram screen are so small. The lesser things you put on it, the better it is, because even having like a two guests like what we have right now on a small phone screen could be a little bit challenging. So just think about the content as well that you're streaming.
I found a really cool question from Gabrielle. I would like to take it. It's real quick. Is there a way to avoid the abrupt ending when you end the stream? Yes, I actually had that same problem and question earlier with my streams, and what I came up with. So because different platforms and your stream at different time, there's a little bit of latency, and I know that there's a question about that as well. So like, how do you avoid 10-second delay? This is kind of how our TMP protocols work. So there's a little bit of delay between you talking and like what ends up on the AND platform. So in order to avoid the abrupt ending on some platforms, I recommend just ending your stream with either a thumbnail or with playing your background music, which is something we might end up doing today, or maybe with a short video or just one of our standard video countdown backgrounds. There's some with countdowns and others without, just to make sure you have that smoother transition. So that's my personal hack that I recommend to avoid the abrupt ending, because again, the abrupt ending is not happening on Restream side of things. It's just different platforms depending on the latency that they allow for live video, and that at a different moment, and that's why it appears abrupt on some of the platforms. So that's my pro tip or hack of today, so to say.
I actually saw the similar type of questions from Jared L is regarding the stream starting later on YouTube. Unfortunately, it's kind of similar thing what Anna was just referring about ending. It is the same for the beginning. So that's one of the reasons why we have a countdown before we start our streams. And we recommend you to have a countdown as well before you start the stream. It just allows you that latency in case there's something is wrong, and the system will pick it up and start streaming when you are ready, when you're fully live and at the best view as well.
Awesome. There's a question from Alec. It's an interesting one. When I play games or background music, I have no sound, and is there a way to share my desktop sound? So currently within the studio space, you do not have the option to share your sound from your desktop. So you can share a sound from a video that you're either playing, so something that Anastasia was sharing earlier, when you can upload your video either as your local file or as your pre-uploaded pre-roll countdown. In that case, the sound will be shared. You can also share a tab in your browser, for example, another Chrome tab, and then there's a little checkbox that you need to make sure you check that says share audio as well, and then the video or the music from that tab will also appear on your stream. But unfortunately, it won't show it or play it, if to be more specific, if you are just sharing it from your desktop. That's exactly why Restream Studio specifically is not ideal for streaming gaming. It's more for streaming interviews, product launches, flash sales, this kind of conversations, Q&As, when the desktop sound is not essential. For streaming gameplay, I would definitely recommend considering OBS and then connecting OBS to Restream, because that's where you get a bunch of sound sources and different scenes that you can set up. And in that case, you can make sure that your gameplay music or any other music that you're playing is going to appear on the stream. So I hope that helps. All right. There is a Zoom question that I always love to take. So let me go ahead and just like jump into it, because this is great. So Lexi is asking, what is the best way to use Zoom with Restream? So there are two major ways that you should or want to consider. Number one is just directly restreaming your Zoom meeting or webinar into multiple platforms by connecting it with Restream. For that, you will need to start your webinar meeting, and then there is a section where you can select live stream. I think it's under more or like dots, something like that. And then when you select that live stream option, you will be selecting custom source. You'll have three options only: YouTube, Facebook, or custom. When you select custom, then the Zoom will appear, open up a window for you where you can copy and paste your RTMP settings. So basically, you can select your RTMP key and your URL, and then the Zoom meeting or webinar will simply go on all the destinations or channels that you have active on Restream dashboard. So if you have 3 YouTubes, 5 Facebooks, and 1 Twitter and 1 LinkedIn, for example, your Zoom meeting or webinar will go to all those places. You will still stay in Zoom space in that situation. You'll be handling your webinar or meeting, and that's going to be the video quality. The Zoom logo is going to be there most likely, and depending on the way how you basically position your guests or participants of your meeting, that all will show on your channels. So basically, that will not allow a lot of room for your community to react to this. So for that, if you want more engaged and more branded experience with your Zoom meeting, you might consider using our RTMP source. And I will drop a link to a quick video that I actually made on LinkedIn about this. And there are, I think, a couple of tutorials that we created on our help center. And I'll show you how exactly that works. So in just a few words, you will be taking those settings from your Restream Studio, adding them to your Zoom meeting, and then you can pull your Zoom meeting into the studio just like you would pull a guest. You can toggle them on, and then you can brand on top of that Zoom meeting. You can highlight the chat comments the same way we're highlighting them right now on top of your Zoom meeting. And that is all going to go to your social channels and ad platforms. So if you want to create more branded experience and like more inclusive for your social community, then RTMP source might be the best way for you to connect Zoom and Restream. And let me go ahead and find that Help Center article. I see that's already happened. Yeah, awesome.
Already posted it, so
awesome, perfect, there. Awesome.
Anya, I found a perfect question for you. So I got actually a few on our plans. And this is very exciting. So there are 2 questions. Let me just try to pull it in. One of them was asking is, do we have any limitations on number of hours that the users can stream? And the other one was, so I think that's very connected, is about the conversation is about how many destinations you can go live to. So do you want to take that on while I'm trying to find the
yeah, let's go ahead and highlight them. So when it comes to limitations, when it comes to limitations, the beauty of Restream, and I saw there was some question also earlier about like how is Restream different from other platforms and other solutions on the market. So the limitations is actually one of our differentiators compared to a lot of other platforms that you will find on the market. There are no limitations even on the free plan when it comes to the duration of your stream, the number of streams you can do per month, per day, per week, and your bit rate or like number of hours within the same stream. So basically, it's unlimited streaming, even on a free plan. The limitations come with certain platforms that you can go to or certain cool features such as custom graphics. But when it comes to streaming limitations, there are none on the free plan. And that's one of the big differentiators between us and the competitors. So when it comes to how many platforms, that's another big differentiator compared to competition. Restream organically through API, connects with 30 plus platforms. So some of them are very specific and they're regional. So there are certain gaming platforms from Asia. There are certain platforms that are popular on Eastern European market. And of course, there are the major ones such as YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. And you can also multiply, basically double the platforms or the channels within the same platform. For example, if you have a Facebook group, a Facebook page, and a Facebook profile, you can connect all of them and go live to all three. Same applies to Twitter and YouTube. LinkedIn currently doesn't allow doubling. So they currently, according to their policy, only wanted to go live on one LinkedIn channel. We're actually working to convince them otherwise, but this the technology is there, so we are able to double and send your stream to a lot of platforms. Now, how many you can have within the same plan that you have, it kind of depends on what plan you're on. If you're on standard, you can have up to one doubling or one kind of a custom destination. If you are on pro plan, you have up to three. And again, custom destination could be either customer TMP or something like Facebook group or Facebook page, your business accounts. And if you are looking to stream to 10, then you will be looking at premium plan, and the business plan will allow you 20 of those custom destinations. Now, if you need more than that, we do have an enterprise solutions. You just need to check out with our support team, and they will direct you to our customer success, and they will be able to customize a plan for you. It's going to be coming with enterprise ticket, but if you need 30 platforms, it is also doable technically by Restream. So I hope that answers the question.
Anna, I just wanted to comment quickly. We were just talking with the team about this. What is the differentiation between us and the competition? And I think the team came to consensus that the really, really biggest differentiator between us and the competitors is the team. Is our team. And I'm really proud to say that I would recommend Restream because I work here. And I would choose only the best company. So I don't know, it's kind of, I know it's cheeky, it sounds very, very cheeky, but we have an amazing team in support. We have amazing team and the developers. I can't just the number of updates that we're launching, the number of new cool features that we're launching. We're constantly listening to the feedback from our users and taking it to the next level. So we're really edging this industry. We're there first, and we're trying to stay on top all the time. So I think that's really the biggest differentiator for me, on top of the other features that we offer.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. There are a lot of feedback loops going on, and we recently launched our Facebook community. So you can find us by just searching on Facebook, Restream Community, and join that group. That's a members driven. It's not necessarily like Restream only. We do show up there occasionally and hang out with you guys, but it is like other members helping Restreamers to get better at live streaming. So definitely check it out, and I will definitely drop the link in the chat after the stream or in the comments. There's a good question. Just a couple more questions left before we wrap this up. Far Out is asking, I have a standard plan and I log in. And, so you have a Facebook group and I wish to broadcast on the venues of Facebook. So will I need to log out of my Facebook account and log into other venues? So on your standard account, you will have only one Facebook group or page that you can stream to. So option one, if you have one other venue or one other Facebook account, page or group that you want to stream to, you can simply delete your current Facebook and just add theirs. In order to do that, you will have to have admin permissions to stream into that group. So they will either have to add you as an admin or you'll have to be logged in there. And alternatively, you can upgrade to a pro plan. And in that case, you can have up to 3 Facebook groups or pages. In that case, you don't have to delete anything and you can add multiples. So that's the workaround right now. All right, Anastasia, do you have your last favorite question?
I saw a lot of actually questions in the different comments. I know that we're not able to answer all of them today. It's really unfortunate. I have a suggestion though. I want to suggest to reach out to our support. We are available in support chat. We are available 24/7. Our response time is under 5 minutes. We're very quick with all the information you need to get you started and get you going with streams. And if you don't know yet how to contact us, it's a white icon on the right hand side of your Restream account.
You can show it on your. It's
Yeah.
like this
So
this
this
quick
is the
check-in.
icon
Yep.
to start chatting, and our live agents are there. So we are here to support you. So you can see there's 3 or 4 people right now in chat. And it's pretty awesome. Yes, you just send us a message, and we will be happy to help you.
Absolutely. I guess one last thing that we want to do before we wrap this up is we actually wanted to give away something to our audience today. So we are speaking of the Restream team and how awesome it is to be part of the community. We would love to send a T-shirt, the Restream T-shirt, to one of you guys. And in order to get that T-shirt, we would love to ask you one simple question, like what is your best tip or best trick to keep your audience engaged? So let us know in the comments, and I'm actually going to chat overlay this because it would be really interesting to see like what is your trick to keep your viewers engaged and to keep them watching your stream. And the question, like the answer that we like the most is we're going to reach out to you and give you or send you a wonderful Restream t-shirt. And on top of that, we actually also have really cool Restream mugs, so you might as well get that.
I love mugs. I love mugs, especially the bigger mugs. I haven't seen our Restream mug yet, so lucky winners, lucky you guys.
Awesome. Great answers already. I see chats. So basically, react to your chatters. Great idea. Absolutely super important to engage and involve your community in the conversation. Polls, another wonderful one. Yeah, ask your community something. That's going to definitely make them keep them rolling. Add humor to your stream. This is amazing. Like this is my jam. Like that's how I would
Oh,
definitely. It's a
we
good
usually
one.
do the high five, and then now with it's going to be like
I'm gonna
it's
be
trying
like
to
this.
figure out
Yeah, you'll
which
have to do
direction the high
that.
five should go. It's always it always gets me going for sure. That's pretty cool. Giveaways, amazing. That's what
This
that we're
is
doing
happening
now.
right now.
Great topic.
Absolutely.
I hope we nail
That's a
it.
good one.
That's a good one.
Get people on camera with selfies. That's an interesting one. That's really cool.
I wonder how do you
Giveaway.
use it though? Is it just you add it as a multi-camera and show it as a guest, or is there any other way that you use selfies?
I think we can just. I think what Shashank is referring to is probably just actually pulling people in with their cameras in the stream. The thing that I shared earlier as a recommendation of other ways to engage your community, and that's actually something that we might do next time when I'm hosting live stream with Restream. I might just drop the guest thing and just pull someone out from the community and see how that works, and actually show that to people that that's an option. Joining people.
That's pretty cool. I heard one of the newest news stations is this is something that they're gonna try new. Is that everybody can become broadcaster on their stream. So if you're right there when the action is happening, you get the link from them as a guest, joining in and becoming the broadcaster right away. So I think it's really cool feature to pull in guests or the audience into guests as well. It's super cool.
All right, Anastasia, you get to pick your favorite answer, and I think I already have mine, and it's the most recent one. I love this. Look at Gabriella. She says incorporate testimonial commercials. So basically, take your customers, take the people that you are working with and you're selling your product to or partnering with, and show their video bios, right? And like local video file is a great opportunity to do that, and several other ways to incorporate videos, pre-recorded videos as part of your stream. And this is very engaging because people watch this and they say, this could be me, right? Like, I understand this. I get this. I love that one. So I'm picking Gabriella as a winner. Nice to Anastasia. Who is yours?
Oh, I like Few. So I don't know. This comment from Tori. Oh my God, I totally want to participate in that stream myself as well. I feel like I would enjoy sharing the pictures of workouts and your animals. I feel like that definitely will get me interested. I was thinking that I'm sorry, I lost a little bit the comment. There is a comment from from Jurid L. So kind of pointing out pretty much everything, summarizing everything. So using chats, having background music, also using pause of the stream. So I feel like that's the best tips in one package for you. So I would definitely choose Jared L.
And Jared had a couple more cool things, like joining people into your live stream to get feedback from everyone, which was exactly what we were suggesting as an alternative way to include your community. All right, Jared, you are the second winner, and Gabriella, you're like right next to each other. I made a screenshot. So you guys, there are two ways how we can reach out to you. You can either drop your a link to your maybe Facebook profile or any way to contact you in the chat here, or you can reach out to our support team. We will let them know right now that you guys are the winners, and we will ask them to send you then the form how you can request your t-shirt and your mug, or alternatively just drop the information how we can find you in the comments to this stream. So remember, like, we can't find you here by the comments. It has to be a link to either your YouTube or your Facebook profile, any way how we can actually have a contact point with you, or simply reach out to your support. All right, so that was fun. Giveaway worked. And I think, nice, Anastasia, it is time for our high five. Ready? 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, we're spot on. We did it exactly like we said. And I have to tell you, we practiced before.
Just a little bit. So we wish you happy restreaming. Thank you so much, everyone, for showing up today. I will be coming back to some of your questions on Facebook because they remain as comments. I'll be reaching out and like responding to them. If you watch this on YouTube, you can come back to our Facebook page and re-ask your question if you didn't get the answer from us just yet. And of course, 24/7 customer support is there for you if you want more information and more investigation on boarding questions, anything like that. Wish you happy restreaming. And
next time we
cheers.
see you streaming, hopefully, and we join your live streams, that will be awesome as well.
That will be amazing. Alrighty, and now that nice and smooth transition.
Enjoy, guys.